Hey, come on in. So we're working on toxic tackle here. Got a few prototype baits we've been playing with. We're going to take them down to the pool and test them out and see what they look like. This is all balsa wood. Got top water bait, little square bill crank bait. Not a square bill, but a flat bait. It's going to have a propeller here, some number 4 treble hooks. See what it does. I tested it a little bit before I cleared it, and didn't really paint it, just cleared it to make it tougher. A few other little flat baits we'll take down to the pool and test out, tell you more about them down there. Got this unique old Big O copy with a bumper and a blade. Fish it through heavy cover. It's got a blade down here on a bumper so you don't get hung. And see how it works. It does swim. It's got some good action on the testing we did already. Now that it's painted and cleared, and try it out and see what it does. And got a few real deep diving baits. This is Resisto wraps. Bills have been changed. Makes it a lot better bait. Resisto wrap bills come in them, something like that. This bill right here changes the action totally. It makes it a much better bait. Catches a lot more fish. Custom painted. And this is another Resisto wrap, all done, a little weight added. Circuit board bill. You know, changes it up, different action. It don't dive quite as deep, but the action is way more desirable. Catches a lot more fish. Weight a little more. It hunts on the bottom real good. So we're gonna clean them up, put some hooks on them, and see how they do. I'm real curious about this one. And this one. I think these would be good baits. This one's just going to have a little more action, be good at night on lighted docks, and I think this one's just going to come through heavy stuff real good. Got a little bumper, stainless steel wire with a prop. So we'll see how it does. So hopefully we come up and turn out with something that looks like these. These are some of our premier baits that we do. These are all wrap baits. Yellow perch, twin prop bait, brim, no props. Real subtle for when the brim on the bed. Blueback heron or shad colors, and then just painted shad color with mad eyes, single prop rear, and then a baby bass, and this is one of our square bills. So check back with us, and we'll be in the pool testing them out in a minute. Alright, toxic tackle, we're at the test tank, swimming pool if you want to call it that. For IRS purposes, we'll call it a test tank. We're going to try out a couple of these lures that we made. Some of them are prototypes. See what they do. That one's got a wide wobble. Looks pretty good. It's got a spinner and a bumper. It swims good. Let's try another one. This is another prop bait. It's a prototype. Got a blade on the back. Stainless steel wire. We'll see what it does. Got a tight wiggle and the blade spins good. Gives a little extra flash. May have to work on the bill angle a little bit to get it to wiggle a little more. The concept's good. I may have to play with the bill angle. It's not really thumping. So we'll play with it a little more. It's kind of cool. Might be something that works. Alright, this is a Resisto wrap with an aftermarket bill and a custom paint job and a little weight added to it. Very pretty bait. Very productive. Good bait now, so we'll see what it does. And these are pretty easy. They just freaking dive and dive and dive and they thump. And then it swims perfect like it should. Sealed with a real hard clear, and you can see the thump. See my pole thumping when it's coming through there. So that's what those do. That's a no-brainer. Make a good looking bait, a much better bait by changing the bill. One of my later videos I'm going to show you how to change the bill. Any Rapala that's wood, shad wraps, DT flats. This is another one. It's got a circuit board bill and weight added, and it's just a gray ghost color. And sometimes you have to tune these a little bit. That's a little bit of swimming to the left just a little bit, but it's easy to tune. Ah, there we go. It's got a hard thump. It's a big bait. You can throw it a long ways. And That's it. Those are a no-brainer. Make a bait that wasn't that great a really good bait. Alright, now this bait is one of Kip Carter's baits. A buddy of mine. Fish hound. Bass hound, I'm sorry. He makes these. He showed me some tricks. I've showed him a lot of tricks. And this is one of his flat baits. I re-cleared it for him. And hadn't been tuned yet. We'll see what it does. It needs a little tuning. Tuning crankbaits is real easy. You take your needle nose pliers, swimming to the right. You bend the line tight to the left just a little bit, and it don't take a lot. That was probably enough to straighten him out. It's a good hard thumping flat bait. Yeah, that looks good. Hard thumper. Bait will probably get down about 4.5, 5 foot. Real good in dingy water, rocks. It's not weighted a lot, so if you're fishing around rocks, it'll back out of the rocks real good. Good bait. He makes some cool baits. I'll show you another one of Kip's little baits. This one I had doubts about when I saw it because it was real squared off design, but it actually catches the fool out of them. I've even copied it a few times for some personal baits, and I have flat killed them on this thing, and it's a good little square bill bait. Heavy enough to throw good, and it's got a freaking thumping, just comes through cover good, thumps hard, pretty daggum durable too for a balsa bait. So another one of his baits. I figured I'd throw it in there and show it to you. Now we got a couple of prop baits. This is one of mine. This is actually an original brim rear prop bait wrap. If you look at it, it's beat up. It's been re-cleared 2 or 3 times. Catch a lot of giant fish on this bait. And in the water, it looks real subtle. It sits down deeper than you would think. Nose up like it's feeding on a mayfly, and it just pops the little prop spins. It looks like a brim trying to catch a mayfly or wounded. And good bait. I've played around with it a lot, and it really catches them, especially when the brim are bedding. One more little bait. This is one of Kip's. This is the bull brim. It's a twin prop bait. Don't know what he's calling it. It's got a great paint job, big blades. Floats real low in the water. Looks good. Floats real low in the water, but it really got a lot of action. You can keep it real still because the blades are so big. When you pop it, it don't move far. But it's got enough action that it really attracts fish. So there's a few baits we're playing with and working on, and one of our first videos. So we're going to show y'all more. Subscribe, check out our videos. I'll show you a lot about making balsa baits. I've been making them a long time. And hopefully we're going to have some fishing reports and a lot of little tips and tricks on stuff that everybody might be interested in.